The Secret Life of Copper by Ian Crisler and Colton Dennis. When Lacey Carver, a rookie cop, gets transferred to another city, her life seems to be going well. Until a homicide case is put into her hands. Now she must find the killer or she could lose her career and life. 1995. A young Lacey Carver appears sitting on her couch watching TV. Mrs. Carver walks into the room. "All right. Time for bed, sweetheart," said Mrs. Carver. "Oh, Mom. Can't I stay up a little longer?" asked Lacey. "No. You start school tomorrow," said Mrs. Carver. "Oh," said Lacey. "Go upstairs and brush your teeth. I'll be up to tuck you into bed," said Mrs. Carver. Lacey runs upstairs. Mrs. Carver turns off the TV, then grabs the toys laying on the couch. A tapping sound comes from the window. Mrs. Carver looks out the window, sees nothing, then walks away. Number 1 wearing a ski mask appears outside of the window. Mrs. Carver walks upstairs. Lacey appears brushing her teeth. "I'm brushing, Mom," said Lacey. "Good girl. Now spit and rinse, honey," said Mrs. Carver. Lacey spits into the sink, grabs a cup, fills it with water, drinks, then spits again. "Minty fresh," said Lacey. Ms. Carver smiles. "Let's go and quat, Minty, and quat." Lacey runs towards her bedroom, then lays onto her bed. Mrs. Carver tucks Lacey into her bed. "Comfortable?" asked Mrs. Carver. "Yes, Mom," said Lacey. "Good. Get some rest, love bug," said Mrs. Carver, kissing Lacey's forehead, then walks away. "Mom, I love you," said Lacey. "Me too," said Mrs. Carver, shutting the bedroom door. Lacey curls up, then closes her eyes. A smashing sound comes from downstairs. Mrs. Carver gets out of her bed, then walks into the hallway. Lacey's bedroom door opens. Lacey appears laying in her bed. Another smashing sound comes from downstairs. Mrs. Carver gasps, slowly walks towards the banister, then looks down. A shadow moves past. Mrs. Carver runs into Lacey's bedroom, shuts, then locks the door. Lacey wakes up. "Mommy, what's going on?" asked Lacey. "Shh, quiet baby," said Mrs. Carver. Footsteps are walking. "Is that Daddy?" asked Lacey. "No, sweetheart. It's a bad guy," said Ms. Carver. The bedroom doorknob starts shaking. "Mom, what do we do?" asked Lacey. Mrs. Carver opens the bedroom window. "We need to go out the window," said Mrs. Carver. "That's too far. I can't," said Lacey. "Don't worry, you'll be all right." Mrs. Carver ties Lacey's bed sheets together, then around her. "I'm gonna lower you down," said Mrs. Carver. "I can't," said Lacey, banging on the bedroom door. Lacey screams, "Come on, honey, Mommy's got you." Lacey crawls out the bedroom window, then slowly gets lowered towards the ground. "Stay there, Mom will be right down," said Mrs. Carver, tying the bed sheets to the bedpost. The bedroom door breaks down. Number 1 wearing a ski mask appears. "Mommy, what's taking so long?" asked Lacey. Mrs. Carver's head goes through the window. "Mommy," said Lacey. Mrs. Carver looks down at Lacey. "Run," said Mrs. Carver, being pulled back into the bedroom. "And quat, Mom, and quat," yelled Lacey. Mrs. Carver gets thrown through the bedroom window, then hits the ground hard. Lacey runs towards Mrs. Carver. "Lacey, I love you," said Mrs. Carver. "Mommy, Mommy," said Lacey. "Run, sweetheart, run," said Mrs. Carver. Lacey looks up. Number 1 wearing a ski mask appears. Lacey screams then runs. Number 1 wearing a ski mask follows Lacey. Lacey trips onto the ground then looks up at number 1 wearing a ski mask. Number 1 wearing a ski mask approaches Lacey. Pulls out a knife then laughs. Sorry about this, said number 1 wearing a ski mask raising the knife. A gun fires. Number 1 wearing a ski mask falls onto the ground. Lacey looks behind herself. Are you all right? Lacey hugs number 2. It's all right. Where's your mother? Asked number 2. Lacey approaches. Mrs. Carver. Thank you for saving her, said Mrs. Carver. We're gonna get you some help. You hang in there, said number 2 walking away. A stretcher gets put into the back of an ambulance. The ambulance drives away. 2015, 20 years later. A car appears driving then stops at a traffic light. Lacey appears in the car. The traffic light turns green. The car drives, slows down then pulls into a parking garage. The engine turns off. The driver door opens then shuts. Lacey walks towards the elevator. The elevator door shuts, it goes up then stops. A dinging sound. The elevator doors open. Again. Lacey walks off the elevator. May I help you? Asked officer number 1. Yes, I'm Lacey Carver. I'm starting here today, said Lacey. Oh, the rookie cop. Please follow me, you'll meet the sheriff, said officer number 1. Raphael Owens appears in his office writing. Knocking on the office door. Yeah, said Raphael. Sorry sir, I know you said, and quat, not to bother you, and quat, but our new transfer is here, said officer number 1. Lacey walks into the office. Miss Carver, right? Asked Raphael. Yes, you must be Sheriff Owens, said Lacey. Yes I am. Go back to what you were doing, officer, said Raphael. Yes, sir, said officer number 1 walking out of the office. Glad to have you here, Officer Carver, said Raphael. Glad to be here, Sheriff. I hope I'll adjust here, said Lacey. Oh, you will. This town is so calm, said Raphael. So, when will I get my first case? Asked Lacey. Whoa, this is your first day. And I heard you don't have much field work. So, we're gonna go from the bottom to the top, said Raphael. I've got some field work under my belt, said Lacey. Those field tests are nothing like the real situation. But I want to see how you do under pressure, said Raphael. What do you mean? Asked Lacey. Come with me. Both Lacey and Raphael are walking. Hey, did you get those files done? Asked Raphael. Almost done, sir, said officer number 2. I want them done when I get back up here. This way, Officer Carver. Both Lacey and Raphael are walking downstairs. A door opens then shuts. Officers appear running through an obstacle course. Tad Kilburn appears. Officer Kilburn, said Raphael. Sheriff Owens, what do I owe the pleasure? Asked Tad. This is our new transfer, Lacey Carver. Officer Carver meet Officer Tad Kilburn, said Raphael. Nice to meet you, but call me Tad, said Tad. Lacey, said Lacey. So, what are we doing, Sheriff? Asked Tad. Officer Carver says she has field work under her belt. But I want to see, said Raphael. All right, let's suit up, Officer Carver, said Tad. A bulletproof vest gets put onto Lacey. I thought this was a field test, asked Lacey. It is, you need one at all times. In an obstacle course and out there, said Tad pulling onto the strap. Ow, said Lacey. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Are you all right? Is it not too tight? Asked Tad. I'm fine, Thanks, said Lacey. That's what I'm here for. To make sure everyone's safe and sound. Both Lacey and Tad look at each other, then smile. All right, you're ready to go, said Tad. Both Lacey and Tad approach Raphael. Are you ready, Officer Carver? Asked Raphael. Yes, sir, said Lacey. Tad, start the obstacle course, said Raphael. Tad pushes the buttons, then looks at Lacey. I hope you do good, said Tad, pushing another button. A bell rings. Lacey runs into the obstacle course. A cardboard target appears. Lacey fires her handgun. The handgun jams. Shit, said Lacey. Bring in the trainers, said Raphael. Are you sure about that? Asked Tad. Do it, said Raphael. Tad pushes a third button. The bell rings again. A door opens. Trainers run into the obstacle course. Lacey is trying to unjam the handgun. Footsteps are approaching. Lacey looks up. Trainers appear, then fire their handguns. Lacey runs, drops her handgun, then hides behind a wall. The guns continuously firing, then stop. Officer Carver, get your gun, said Raphael over the intercom. That's suicide, sir, said Tad. Stand down, Officer Kilburn. Officer Carver, get your gun, said Raphael over the intercom. Lacey peeks around the corner, then sees her handgun. Lacey, don't listen to that. Order. It's over, she's cornered, said Tad. It's not over, said Raphael. Lacey runs towards her handgun, then grabs it. The handgun is still jammed. A trainer looks around the corner, then fires his handgun. Lacey gets shot in her shoulder, then falls onto the floor. Shit, said Tad, pushing the button. The door opens. Tad runs towards Lacey. Lacey, are you all right? Asked Tad. Lacey groans. My arm, said Lacey. Tad looks at Lacey's arm. You're gonna be all right. Gotta get you to the infirmary, said Tad, helping Lacey stands up. Raphael approaches. Now we know how much field work you have, said Raphael. You crossed the line, Sheriff, said Tad. I may have, but she still needs training though. And make sure you get to know this. Officer Kilburn will be your partner from now on. I apologize for that, said Raphael. The infirmary door opens. Dr. Lockhart, said Tad, helping Lacey onto the table. Oh, Officer Kilburn, what can I do for you today? Asked Gabriel Lockhart, appearing. She got shot in her shoulder, said Tad. Oh, and who do we have here? Asked Gabriel. I'm Lacey Carver, the rookie cop, said Lacey. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Lockhart, but you can call me Gabriel. Now let's see the wound, said Gabriel, lifting up Lacey's sleeve, then see the wound. Ow, said Lacey. Sorry about that. What happened? Asked Gabriel. An obstacle course accident, said Tad. Well, I'm guessing you're good, because the cardboard targets don't fire back, said Gabriel. The sheriff called in trainers, said Tad. Oh, you're definitely good, said Gabriel. But I didn't shoot any of them, said Lacey. But you were going to, if your gun didn't jam, said Tad. All right, Officer Kilburn. Could you wait outside while I stitch her up? Asked Gabriel. Yeah. Lacey, want to get some coffee after you're done? Asked Tad. Sure. I'd love some, said Lacey. And I love to get her stitched up by today. Now out, said Gabriel. Tad appears waiting outside the infirmary. The infirmary door opens. Thank you, Gabriel, said Lacey. No problem, my dear. Now, I want you to take it easy. Don't need those stitches coming out. But if they do, come back. I don't need you getting an infection, said Gabriel. Are you good? Asked Tad. Yes, said Lacey. Well, you're in good hands now. Are we still on for tonight, Tad? Asked Gabriel. Yes, Doc. I can't wait to take your money, said Tad. You couldn't beat a blind person, said Gabriel. We'll see about that, said Tad. Have a good day, you too, said Gabriel. Both Lacey and Tad are walking away. What's tonight? Asked Lacey. Oh, just a poker game we play. Me, the doc, Officer Lockhart, his wife, and Officer McKay, said Tad. I'm surprised his wife plays, said Lacey. She's good. That's why she plays, said Tad. And who's Officer McKay? Asked Lacey. He works under the sheriff, said Tad. Oh, said Lacey. Don't worry. He's nothing like the sheriff. Sheriff Owens is a hard ass at times. But Barney is a person who controls his orders, said Tad. Footsteps are approaching. Barney McKay appears. Hey Tad, said Barney. Speak of the devil and he does show, said Tad laughing. That's what I heard. Barney looks at Lacey. You must be the rookie cop. Hi, I'm Barney, said Barney. Lacey. Carver, said Lacey. I know. I heard about what happened on the obstacle course. Sorry about the sheriff, said Barney. Yeah, Tad said, and quat. He's a hard ass, and quat, said Lacey. He can be, but he only does it to improve us, said Barney. Yeah, and he also improves scarring too, said Lacey. Looking at her stitches. Man, I didn't know you got stitches. Sorry again, but if you want, you can join us tonight. Know how to play poker? Asked Barney. Not really, said Lacey. We could teach you, only if you're up for it, said Barney. Why not? What time and place? Asked Lacey. 8 o'clock at my house. I'll text you my address, said Barney. No, I'll drive her, if she wants, said Tad. Sure, said Lacey. All right, see you guys tonight, said Barney walking away. Lacey looks at Tad. So, you want to get that coffee? Asked Tad. Sure, said Lacey. Good, because I know the perfect place, said Tad. Really, is it good? Asked Lacey. The best in all of Georgia, said Tad, pointing to the coffee maker. A car is driving, then stops. The engine turns off. The doors open, then shut. A house appears. This is where Barney lives. Asked Lacey. Yeah, it's not much, but it does it for Barney, said Tad. Both Lacey and Tad walk onto the porch, knocking on the front door. Lacey looks around. It's a lovely neighborhood, said Lacey. Depends, said Tad. What do you mean? Asked Lacey. There were a few murders down this street, said Tad. When did they happen? Asked Lacey. About a year ago, there were 3 murders on this street. The Doyles who lived across the street. The Williams who lived in that black house. And that's it, said Tad. Wait, you said 3 murders? That happened? Who's the last? Asked Lacey. I don't want to say. It was horrible, said Tad. Come on. I'm not a little girl, said Lacey. Yes, but the story ain't for adults, said Tad. Just tell me, said Lacey. Did you see that boarded house when we passed? Asked Tad. Yeah, said Lacey. A family named the Murdochs lived there. They had a son who lived with them. One day, he went crazy and killed his parents, said Tad. Geez, what made him do it? Asked Lacey. No one knows. But the thing is, the son was never found. He's still out there, said Tad. That story wasn't bad for adults, said Lacey. I gave you the short story. The long version is more graphic, said Tad. Why? How'd he kill them? Asked Lacey. I can't tell you, said Tad. Oh, come on, said Lacey. All right. When the cops found the bodies, Mr. and Mrs. Murdoch were hanging upside down, said Tad. So, they died by their blood rushing towards their heads? Asked Lacey. No, after he hung his parents upside down, he took a knife then cut them open, like a doctor does with an autopsy, said Tad. Oh God, said Lacey. I told you, it's not a story for adults, said Tad. Whatever happened to the son? Asked Lacey. Like I said, and quat, we don't know. And quat, people say he's still around here. But others say he committed suicide after doing it, said Tad. Is the case still open? Asked Lacey. Nope, we closed it 3 months ago, said Tad. The front door opens. Come on in, guys, said Barney. Both Lacey and Tad walk inside. The front door shuts. The sun rises over the horizon. Lacey's car pulls into the parking garage. The driver door opens then shuts. Lacey is walking onto the elevator. The elevator goes up, dings, then the doors open. Lacey walks off the elevator. Hey Lacey, said Officer Number 1. Hey, is Sheriff Owens in? Asked Lacey. Yes, go ahead inside, said Officer Number 1. Lacey walks into the office. Sheriff Owens, may I talk to you? Asked Lacey. Sure, come on in, Officer Carver. What can I do for you? Asked Raphael. I want to work on a case. If that's all right up with you, said Lacey, getting right to the point. I like that in young rookies. But we have a code not to let rookies get cases when they first arrive. This is your second day, Officer Carver. I love your ambition, but no, said Raphael. When will I get a case? Asked Lacey. When you reach your 3rd or 4th month, said Raphael. All right, said Lacey. What case did you want, anyway? Asked Raphael. The Murdoch's case, sir, said Lacey. Who told you about the Murdoch's case? Asked Raphael. Officer Kilburn, sir, said Lacey. Raphael pushes a button. Officer McKay, tell Officer Kilburn to come to my office now, said Raphael. Yes, sir, said Barney. Tad approaches then walks into the office. Sheriff, Officer Carver, said Tad. Officer Kilburn, guess what Officer Carver just told me? Asked Raphael. I don't like guessing, sir, said Tad. Well, she told me that you told her about the Murdoch's case, said Raphael. Yes, I did, sir, said Tad. But here's the funny part. She wants the case, said Raphael. Why? Asked Tad. I want to find the son who killed his parents, said Lacey. The son was convicted of killing his parents. But he didn't do it, said Raphael. I thought you said, and quat, he did do it, and quat, asked Tad. It was a cover-up. The murderer set up the son. He got away that night, said Raphael. How do you know there was another killer? Asked Lacey. I don't know why we're talking about this. The case is closed and I won't reopen it, said Raphael. Then reopen it and we'll find the killer, said Lacey. No, said Raphael. What if I was to reopen it? Raphael looks at Tad. Put me on the Murdoch's case, and Lacey will be my partner, said Tad. I don't know, said Raphael. You said, and quote, rookie cops can't have cases until their third or fourth month. And quote, what if they had a veteran officer as their partner? Asked Lacey. That ain't a code, sir, said Tad. Raphael looks at both Lacey and Tad. All right, I'll reopen the Murdoch's case and put you two on it, said Raphael. Thank you, sir, said Lacey. Officer Carver, you listen to Officer Kilburn at all times, said Raphael. Yes, sir, said Lacey. I'm giving you 2 weeks to find anything about this case. If you don't find anything, I'll close the case again, said Raphael. 2 weeks, that won't be enough time, said Lacey. I could make it a week. You listen to me, Officer Carver. You're lucky I'm putting you on this case, said Raphael. Yes, sir. 2 weeks is fine, said Lacey. I suggest you get moving before I change my mind, said Raphael. All right, said Lacey, walking out of the office. Tad starts to walk. Officer Kilburn, do me a favor, said Raphael. Yes, sir, said Tad. Keep your eyes on Officer Carver. I don't need her getting hurt, said Raphael. Footsteps are walking. So, where do we begin? Asked Lacey. We go through the files then proceed, said Tad. Where are the files? Asked Lacey. In the file cabinet. I'll get them, said Tad. No, I'll come along, said Lacey. All right. Footsteps are walking then stop. Tad hits the bell. Hello, anyone? Asked Tad. Casey Lockhart appears from behind the counter. Hey, Officer Kilburn, said Casey. Hey, Officer Lockhart, how are you doing? Asked Tad. I'm fine. Who's this? Asked Casey. This is our rookie cop, Officer Carver, said Tad. Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry about last night. Couldn't make it, because Gabriel needed a hand, said Casey. With what? Asked Lacey. Getting lucky. So, what can I do for you? Asked Casey. We need file number 6253B, said Tad. Coming right up, said Casey, walking towards the file cabinet. The drawer of the file cabinet opens. A folder gets pulled out. The file cabinet drawer shuts. Casey walks towards the counter. Thanks, Casey, said Tad. No problem. Why do you need the Murdoch's files? For? Asked Casey. We're reopening the case, said Tad. Why? They know who killed the parents, said Casey. Well, Lacey here wants to find the son, said Tad. You think you're gonna find the son? I give you credit, rookie, but you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to find him, said Casey. Why? Asked Lacey. After the murders, he skipped town, said Casey. I'll find him, especially with my new partner, said Lacey, looking at Tad. You're on the case, said Casey. Yes, said Tad. Well, I changed my opinion. Rookie, with his help, I guarantee you'll find him, said Casey. You think so? Asked Lacey. Officer Kilburn has found a lot of missing people. He's the perfect partner, said Casey. Well, thanks, Casey. We better get started. We only have 2 weeks, said Tad. The pressure's on, said Casey. I'd say that, said Lacey. All right, have a good day, Casey, said Tad. Same with you. Both. Go get and quat. Rookie and quat, said Casey. Both Lacey and Tad are walking away. She's nice, said Lacey. Oh, friendly as can be, said Tad. Did you two date? Asked Lacey. Casey, no. We've known each other for a long time, said Tad. That's how it usually starts, said Lacey. Yeah, but we Never started anything. Why are you asking anyway? Asked Tad, looking at Lacey. No reason, said Lacey, smiling. Lacey appears typing on the keyboard. Tad is looking at the papers, then looks up at Lacey. What are you doing? Asked Tad. Usually they have murder files on here too, said Lacey. Why do that when we have the files right here? Asked Tad. Sometimes they forget some information. About murderers, said Lacey. Like what? Asked Tad. Lacey continues typing on the keyboard. Kyle. Murdoch's file appears. Can I see that file? Asked Lacey. Here. Tad hands the folder to Lacey. Can you tell me what you're looking for? Asked Tad. Hang on, 1 second. Lacey is looking at the paper. Stops at the address, then looks at the computer screen. Got it, said Lacey. Got what? Asked Tad. See in this file, look at the address, said Lacey. Yeah, I see it. 32 Mockingbird Lane, said Tad. Now, look at the one on the computer, said Lacey. Tad looks at the computer screen. 226. International Street. That's way across town. Not even close to 32 Mockingbird Lane, said Tad. Has anyone ever found this out? Asked Lacey. Not until today. Write down the address. Then we'll go check it out, said Tad. Lacey writes down the address onto a piece of paper. Got it. Let's go, said Lacey. A police car pulls up, then stops. The doors open, then shut. Is this it? Asked Tad. Yeah. 226 International Street, said Lacey. It doesn't look like anyone lives here. Both Lacey and Tad are walking onto the porch, knocking on the front door. I think you're right. No one's home, said Lacey. Can I help you? Asked woman number 1. Yeah. Do you know if anyone lives here? Asked Tad. No. One lived there for months, said woman number 1. Do you know who owned it last? Asked Tad. A young man. In his early 20s, said woman number 1. Did he ever say his name? Asked Tad. No, he kept to himself, said woman number 1. What did he look like? Asked Lacey. Blonde hair, thin, tall, about 6'2" maybe. Handsome too, said woman number 1. Is this him? Asked Tad, showing a picture of Kyle. Yeah, that's him, said woman number 1. Do you know when he left? Asked Tad. Like I said, and quat, a few months ago, and quat, said woman number 1. All right, thank you, ma'am. If there's any other information, call me, said Tad, handing his card to woman number 1. No problem, Officer Kilburn, said woman number 1, walking away. So, now, what? Asked Lacey. Well, we can't search this house without a warrant. So, I suggest we get one. Then come back. I bet if we search this house, we'll find something, said Tad. All right, said Lacey. Both Lacey and Tad get into the police car. Tad drops the keys. Damn it, said Tad. I'll find them, said Lacey, bending down to grab the keys. Did you find them? Asked Tad. Not yet, said Lacey. Tad reaches down, then feels for the keys. Both Lacey's and Tad's hands touch, then they look at each other. Is that your hand? Asked Tad. Yes, said Lacey. Both Lacey and Tad lean towards each other. Tad, said Lacey. Tad looks at the driver window. Woman number 1 is standing next to the driver's door. Tad sighs. The driver window rolls down. Can I help you, ma'am? Asked Tad. Sorry for interrupting, but I just wanted to tell you that the man was living with someone else, said woman number 1. Really? A female? Asked Tad. Male, older, it could have been his father, said woman number 1. Impossible. His father died over a year ago, said Tad. Well, whoever it was, took care of him, said woman number 1. When you say, and quat, took care of him, and quat, asked Tad. Someone would stop by every so often to check on him, bring him groceries, get him out of trouble, said woman number 1. What kind of trouble? Asked Tad. One time, he was dropped off by an officer. He got out of the police car, said woman number 1. Did you see the officer dropping him off? Asked Tad. No. It was too dark, said woman number 1. How about the person who took care of him? What did he look like? Asked Lacey. He has gray hair. About 6'5". He had a mustache, said woman number 1. That's all? Asked Lacey. It was months ago. Faces change after months, said woman number 1. It's all right. Anything else, ma'am? Asked Tad. That's all I know, said woman number 1. Thank you, said Tad. I hope that helps, said woman number 1. It does, said Tad. Woman number 1 walks away. Well, now we got some new information, said Lacey. Yeah, let's head back to the station. Start getting the pieces together, said Tad. Sounds good. Lacey looks out the passenger window. A figure moves inside of the house. Tad. I just saw someone move in the house, said Lacey. Well, we can't do anything until we get a warrant, said Tad. But what if whoever's in there is gone when we get back? Asked Lacey. Like I said, and quat, we need a warrant, and quat, if we go busting in there without one, the sheriff could suspend us, said Tad. Not a rookie. I just get a warning, said Lacey, getting out of the police car. Lacey, shit. The police car turns off. The driver door opens. Tad gets out of the police car. Lacey, wait for me. No matter what, stay behind me, said Tad. Both Lacey and Tad walk onto the porch again, knocking on the front door. It's the police. Open up. I know you're in there. I saw you walk past the window, said Lacey. Had enough. Now, let's go before, said Tad, being interrupted. A smashing sound comes from inside the house. Believe me now? Asked Lacey, looking at Tad. Knocking on the front door again. Open up. Is everyone all right? Tad puts his head against the front door. Footsteps are walking around. Someone's in there. They're walking around. All right, stand back, said Tad, stepping backwards, then kicks the front door open. See anything? Asked Lacey. No, come on in. It's safe, said Tad. Both Lacey and Tad walk into the house, then look around. Look at this place. It's destroyed, said Lacey. Footsteps are walking. Shh. Do you hear that? Footsteps continue walking around. Upstairs, Lacey starts to walk. Tad grabs Lacey's arm. Let me go first, just in case, said Tad. Both Lacey and Tad are slowly walking up the staircase. A thumping sound comes from inside a room. Tad points towards the last door. The door opens. An empty room appears. Both Lacey and Tad walk into the room. Where is the guy? Asked Lacey. The closet door appears open ajar. A gun gets pointed at Lacey. I don't. Lacey, move, said Tad, moving Lacey. The gun fires. Tad gets shot, then falls onto the floor. Tad, said Lacey. The closet door opens. Homeless man number 1 appears, then points the handgun. What are you doing in my house? Asked homeless man number 1. Put the gun down. I don't want to shoot you, said Lacey. I'd kill you before you get a shot off, said homeless number 1. Homeless number 1 gets shot in. His leg falls onto the floor, then drops the handgun. Tad slowly stands. Are you all right, Lacey? Asked Tad. Fine, you? Tad looks at homeless number 1. Bob, you bastard, you can't be in this house. We've told you many times, said Tad. Who is he? Asked Lacey. Bob Green, he's a homeless man. He lost his wife and kids a few years ago, said Tad. How? Asked Lacey. A car accident, said Bob. Geez, Bob, you need to go to the hospital, said Tad. I'm fine. Sorry for shooting at you, said Bob. Same. Here. We really need to get you to the hospital, said Tad. I'll be fine. Who's the girl? Asked Bob. My partner, Lacey Carver. Meet Bob Green, said Tad. Nice to meet you, said Bob. Me too, said Lacey. Let me see your leg, said Tad. I'm fine, said Bob. If you're not going to the hospital, the least I could do is bandage it, said Tad. A bandage is being wrapped around Bob's leg. Thanks, said Bob. I'm gonna stay here with him tonight. Just in case something happens, said Tad. I'll stay too, said Lacey. No, if our car stays out there all night, people will be suspicious. So, get back to the station and continue with the case, said Tad. What do I tell the others if they ask where you are? Asked Lacey. Tell them you dropped me off because I felt sick, said Tad. All right, you sure about this? Asked Lacey. Don't worry, Bob won't hurt me. I'll be fine, said Tad. All right. I'll stop by tomorrow morning to pick you up, said Lacey. Sounds good, said Tad. Lacey walks out of the room, down the staircase, goes outside, then towards the police car. Tad is watching Lacey. She's quite a woman. I can see why you like her, said Bob. Excuse me, we're just partners, said Tad. Really? I could see the way you look at her. And how she looks at you, said Bob. I don't know what you're talking about, said Tad. Cut the shit. I know when people are attracted to each other. It happened with me and Martha, said Bob. All right, and quat, Cupid and quat, said Tad. Why did you guys come here anyway? Asked Bob. Me and Lacey were put on the Murdoch's case, said Tad. The murder that happened here, said Bob. Yep. The sheriff reopened it because Lacey wants to find Kyle Murdoch, said Tad. The son who killed his parents. He ditched town a long time ago, said Bob. Yeah, we know, said Tad. The police station appears, then the car pulls into the parking garage. The driver door opens, then shuts. Lacey walks away. The elevator dings. Lacey walks off of the elevator, gets to her desk, sits down, then starts typing onto the keyboard. The computer mouse is clicking. Footsteps are approaching. Hey Lacey, what are you up to? Asked Barney. Just doing some investigating, said Lacey. What did you find? Asked Barney. Well, the Murdoch's address was 32 Mockingbird Lane, said Lacey. Yes, everybody knew that, said Barney. But they had another address. Did you know that? Asked Lacey. No, I didn't, said Barney. 226 International Street, said Lacey. That's way across town, said Barney. That's what Tad said too, said Lacey. Anything else? Asked Barney. Yeah, he moved a few months ago. A woman who lived on the street saw him staying there, said Lacey. I have to admit, you're impressing me. I won't be calling you and quat, rookie and quat, anymore. Good job, Officer Carver, said Barney. Thanks, said Lacey. Oh, by the way, where's Tad? Is he in the bathroom or something? Asked Barney. He felt sick, so I took him home, said Lacey. What a partner. Keep it up, said Barney, walking away. The sun is slowly setting. Lacey appears, sleeping at her desk, knocking on the desk. Lacey wakes up, then sees Casey. Hey, you should go home and get some sleep, said Casey. No, I need to finish this. I only have less than a week to find who did this, said Lacey. A week? I thought you got 2, said Casey. Found this in my cubbyhole when I took a break, said Lacey, holding up a piece of paper. And quote, Dear Officer Carver, I'm impressed with your progress, especially for being a rookie. I know I gave you 2 weeks, but let's put the pressure on. I regret to inform you, I pushed back your time. You only got 4 days left. Good luck. Sincerely, Sheriff Owens, and quote. What a prick. That's not fair, said Casey. Is life ever fair? Asked Lacey. Seriously, go home and get some sleep. I know you want to find the sun, but you need your strength for that, said Casey. All right, said Lacey. Good night, Lacey, said Casey. Honey, ready? Asked Gabriel. Yeah, said Casey. Hey Lacey, how are you doing? Asked Gabriel. I'm losing it, Doc, said Lacey. Why? Asked Gabriel. The sheriff shortened her time for the case, said Casey. Oh God, sorry to hear that. But if anybody could crack the case, it's you and Tad, said Gabriel. Thanks for supporting me. At least I got someone's help, said Lacey. Good night, Lacey. Let's go, honey, said Gabriel. Get some sleep at home, said Casey. I will, said Lacey. Both Gabriel and Casey walk onto the elevator. The elevator doors shut. Lacey stands up, turns off the lamp, grabs the folders, then walks towards the elevator, talking in the distance. Lacey stops, slowly, walks, then peeks into the room. Both Barney and Raphael appear. We need to hurry up and close the Murdoch's case before they find out the truth, said Raphael. They won't find out the truth. I promise you that. I mean, Tad could find people, but he's not good at reading files. And the rookie, she may be smart, but not too smart. I have her eating out of the palm of my hand, said Barney. Bastards. Lacey walks backwards into the water cooler. Shit, whispered Lacey. The water cooler falls onto the floor. What was that? Asked Raphael. Both Barney and Raphael walk into the hallway, then see the water cooler laying on the floor. Someone else is in here with us, said Barney, pulling out his handgun. Put that away, said Raphael. What if someone's in here and heard what we said? Asked Barney. They will talk, but who'll believe them? They trust me more than any officer here. Plus, we could deny whatever they say, said Raphael. Barney puts his handgun back into the holster. Let's get out of here. To our original location, said Barney. Yeah, we'll figure out our next stop, said Raphael. Both Barney and Raphael walk away. Lacey appears underneath the desk, then peeks out. Oh my God, I need to get to Tad, said Lacey, grabbing the folders, then running towards the elevator. The elevator dings. Lacey walks onto the elevator, then pushes the button. The elevator goes down. It dings, then the doors open. Lacey walks off the elevator, then towards her car. Tires are squealing. Lacey looks back, then runs. A vehicle drives towards Lacey. Lacey gasps. then gets hit by the side of the vehicle. The vehicle drives away. Lacey groans, then holds her arm. The house appears. Bob appears sleeping. Tad is looking at the picture of Lacey on his cell phone, then smiles. High beams are shining through the window. Tad stands up, walks towards the window, then sees a police car. The door opens. Lacey falls out of the police car. Lacey. Tad runs down the staircase, goes outside, then towards Lacey. Hey, are you all right? What happened? Asked Tad. Sheriff Owens and Officer McKay. They're behind this, said Lacey. What do you mean? Asked Tad. I overheard them talking. They had something to do with the Murdoch's case, said Lacey. Come on, let's get you inside. Tad helps Lacey into the house. Let me see your arm, said Tad, touching Lacey's arm. Ow, don't touch it. It hurts very badly, said Lacey. You have a broken arm. I'll call the doc, said Tad. Bob appears sleeping. Sweet dreams, said Lacey. Dr. Lockhart, I need your help. Lacey's arm is broken, I think, said Tad. All right, where are you? Asked Gabriel. 226. International Street. Do you know where it is? Asked Tad. Yes, I do, said Gabriel. And tell Casey to come too, said Tad. What for? Asked Gabriel. We both need to tell you something, said Tad. What is it? Asked Gabriel. We can't say it over the phone. It has to be face to face, said Tad. All right. Give me 15 minutes, said Gabriel. We'll be waiting, said Tad, hanging up his cell phone. Are they coming? Asked Lacey. Yes, 15 minutes, said Tad. Bob wakes up. What's all the commotion? Oh, hey Lacey. I didn't know you were back, said Bob. Nice to see you too, Bob said. Lacey. What happened to your arm? Asked Bob. It got broken from a vehicle hitting me, said Lacey. Sorry to hear that, said Bob. Bob, we have two friends coming. One is another officer and the other is a doctor. Let them in when they get here, all right? Asked Tad. More people are coming into my house. I don't think so, said Bob. First, this ain't your house. Second, if we don't let them in, Lacey's arm won't get fixed, said Tad. All right, I'll let them in, said Bob, walking down the staircase. Sorry, I wasn't there to save you, said Tad. It's all right. It could have been worse, said Lacey. How? Asked Tad. I could be dead, said Lacey. I'm glad you're not, said Tad, leaning towards Lacey, then kisses her. Well, I should get hurt more often, said Lacey. Please don't, said Tad. Footsteps are walking up the staircase. Your friends are here, said Bob. Both Gabriel and Casey appear. Hey, what's up? Asked Casey. Doc, check Lacey's arm. I think it's broken, said Tad. Gabriel walks towards Lacey, then kneels next to her. Let me see your arm, said Gabriel, touching Lacey's arm. Ow, ow, ow. That hurts, said Lacey. You definitely broke your arm. I need to put it back into its socket. Ready? 1, 2. Lacey's arm bone cracks. Lacey groans. 3, said Gabriel. Is she gonna be fine? Asked Tad. Yes. But you'll need a cast, said Gabriel. Thanks, Doc, said Lacey. No problem, said Gabriel. What did you need me for? Asked Casey. Lacey, do you want to tell them? Asked Tad. I overheard Sheriff Owens and Officer McKay talking about why they shortened the investigation, said Lacey. Why? Asked Casey. They had something to do with it. I had a feeling, said Lacey. Feelings are sometimes wrong, said Casey. I heard the sheriff say, and quote, he wants us off the case, and quote, said Lacey. But I don't understand, asked Gabriel. Do you know how she got her broken arm? Asked Tad. No, said Gabriel. A car tried running me over. I only got scraped from the side of the car, said Lacey. But why would the sheriff be hiding something? Asked Casey. I don't know, but I've got a plan to discover his secret, said Tad. How? Asked Casey. That's only if you don't want to be fired. Because if the sheriff isn't behind this, we're fired, said Tad. I'm in, said Casey. I'll help, said Gabriel. You've got me too, said Bob. Bob, no, you could go to jail, said Tad. Like I've never been to jail before, said Bob. All right, here's the plan, said Tad. All five are talking. The police station appears. The elevator dings, then the doors open. Raphael walks off the elevator, then towards his office. The office door opens, then shuts. Raphael walks around his desk, sees an envelope, then picks it up. The envelope is being opened. Raphael pulls out a piece of paper, then unfolds it. Oh my God! Raphael walks around his desk, then opens the office door. Barney, get in here, now, said Raphael. Barney walks onto the office. The office door shuts. What's up, Sheriff? Asked Barney. This, said Raphael, handing the piece of paper to Barney. Barney grabs the piece of paper and quote, Dear Sheriff Owens, we know what you're up to, because we figured out what you and Officer McKay are hiding. So, meet us at 226 International Street, noon. Sincerely. And quote, Well, we know who this is. Looks like Officer Carver's onto us, said Barney. Don't worry. They've got nothing. Bring the car around. It's almost noon, said Raphael. Are you sure we should go? Asked Barney. Like I said. And quote, They don't have anything on us. And quote, said Raphael. Yes, sir, said Barney, walking out of the office. Raphael smiles, then rips the piece of paper in half. Very smart girl. But not too smart, said Raphael, pulling out his handgun, then putting it into the holster. The office door opens. The car is ready, said Barney. Let's go, said Raphael. The police car pulls up, then stops. The engine turns off. The doors open, then shut. I haven't been here in a while, said Raphael. Both Barney and Raphael walk into the house. A banging sound comes from upstairs. Up there, said Barney. Both Barney and Raphael walk up the staircase. Officer Carver, are you here? Asked Raphael. The door opens. Both Barney and Raphael walk into the room. No one is here, said Barney. A gun cocks. Mr. Green, you sent the letter. Surprising, said Raphael. Wasn't me. Come on out, guys, said Bob. The closet door opens. All four walk out of the closet. Told you it was her, said Barney. What is this? Officer Carver, asked Raphael. Tell us about the Murdoch's case. What are you hiding and how are you connected? Asked Lacey. You could lose your job, said Raphael. We all know that. So, tell us about the Murdoch murders, said Lacey. All right, you want to know. The Murdochs were my family, said Raphael. How? You don't have the same last name, said Lacey. My sister married into the Murdoch family, said Raphael. So, Kyle is, said Lacey. My nephew, he had problems, Psychological problems. I told them to put him into a psych ward. But they didn't. Listen, said Raphael. And then he killed his parents, said Lacey. Yes, said Raphael. That's why you didn't want us on the case, said Tad. Yes, said Raphael. You're the cop that took care of him when he lived here. The woman saw you, said Lacey. But, she said, and quot, he had grey hair and a mustache, and quot, said Tad. I shaved the mustache off then dyed my hair, said Raphael. So, you were going through a phase? Asked Tad. No, said Raphael. So, where's Kyle now? Asked Lacey. A few months ago, I took him to a psych ward, where he can't hurt anyone. Congratulations, you solved the case. Officer Carver, said Raphael. I did, but I didn't catch the killer though, said Lacey. Officer Carver, you do anything for your family? Asked Raphael. Of course, said Lacey. So do I, if you don't mind. Let's head back to the station and get Officer Carver on a real case, where she can catch a real killer, said Raphael. In Lacey's mind, I might have not caught the killer, but my first case I was able to solve. Now it's been a few months since I started with the station. I got friends who support me. The sheriff started helping me more. Officer McKay keeps me up to date with the case. And me and Tad aren't partners. We're more than that now. Lacey kisses Tad. If you ask me if I regret being an officer, I'll tell you. And quot. Hell no, and quot, said Lacey. The end.